Hi guys, what's up? I realized it had been a hot minute since I had shared any of my new favorites with you, so I thought I would do that today because I've come across quite a few, and some of them are conventional, some of them are not. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of chat about those with you today. The first thing that I've newly discovered is this book called A Year of Us, and it's a couple's journal, but it's not like a diary or a devotional or any of those things. Those all seem to be geared towards newlyweds, and you know, we've been married 27 years, so there's really not a heck of a lot that we could like find out about each other. But this particular journal has great questions in it that some of them are humorous, some of them are very serious, some of them are like way serious, but it can run the gamut all the way from like, describe your perfect weekend, which Dave and I have completely opposite ideas. He wants to, you know, go camping and rough it and whatever, fish, and you know, I want to go to a spa and like just, you know, be pampered. But so perfect weekend all the way to if you could be absolved of one thing from your past, what would it be? And you know, I had like 5 things almost immediately, and Dave thought and thought and thought and thought and just really couldn't come up with anything. And I think that speaks really well to our different personalities, where he tends to forgive and forget. I tend to hold a grudge and hold on to it for a really long time. So this journal has been really good for us. Now, you're supposed to answer a question a day, and it's a year. It's supposed to be a year. We knew early on that that was not realistic for us. Plus, we didn't get it like January 1st or anything like that. One of the first things you do as an activity in this is you sit down and you discuss like what your expectations are and these kinds of things. We knew that there was no way we could commit to every single night, and once we miss one, then we miss 2 and so forth. So we agreed for sure to do at least 2 questions a week for certain, and then if we had an opportunity to do a 3rd one, bonus, right? So yeah, this one's been really cool. While writing in journals like this, I've also discovered these new gel pens. They're Gelocity pens. I am left-handed, and that makes it very, very difficult to have anything other than like a standard ballpoint pen, which even those smear if you do a lot of writing. So it's the opportunities for left-handed people to have pretty and vibrant colors is somewhat limited. So to find these, and that they're quick drying. Now, they're not immediate drying, but they're quick drying enough that I'm not like having it all up and down my arm if I'm doing a lot of writing and note taking and things like that. They've been really fun. I actually just got these at Walmart. They were on sale because of back to school, and I ordered a set for me to use at work too, because I color code my note taking, and I think it's going to be fun. It's exciting. I love the way they look. You know, left-handed people like to do pretty stuff too, so I was really excited to find those. The next thing might strike you as weird, but stick with me, okay? This is my library card, and yes, I know it's a little kid's design. I picked that out. Don't come for me. It sticks out in my wallet is the best thing I can say. It doesn't look like an insurance card. This has been instrumental in me keeping up with my reading challenge, in me being able to check out books without actually even having to go to the physical library. They very frequently have bestsellers available through ebook, because a lot of people want the actual physical book in their hand, whereas I can just check it out online and have it electronically delivered to my tablet, and I'm good to go. And because of my reading challenge, I've also been listening to audiobooks at the gym when I'm working out or when I'm driving in the car, things like that. And that brings up my next item, which is my JBL Bluetooth wireless headphones. I just took it out of here. They are awesome. Now, I'm going to be straight up honest. When I first got them, I was not a fan. They came with like a protective, you know, a different kind of silicone earbud cover, and for whatever reason, it didn't want to adhere to my ear. It didn't it didn't stay in my ear very well, and you wouldn't feel it slipping out. It would just all of a sudden like pop out. And if I was on the treadmill or something like that, it would hit the treadmill and then go shooting off. Things like that. So it was really frustrating. And I ended up doing some troubleshooting online and came across a guy who was having the same problem. And he recommended actually taking that silicone one off and just putting on like an actual foam earbud, just like you get in the cheapy headphones that you would get. And I did that, and they have been phenomenal since then. I guess maybe like when my body temperature warms up the foam, it adheres to my ear a little bit better, and they fit perfectly. The sound is awesome. I can control my music that I'm playing on my phone. I can control my audiobook if I'm listening to that. I'm supposed to be able to answer phone calls, but nobody ever calls me when I'm at the gym. So they're just awesome. And the really cool thing about it is the case itself is a battery. So if I'm not able to plug it in right away or something like that, I store them in the case, throw them in my gym bag. If I want to listen to it at lunch or something like that, this case gives an additional 4 hours of battery life, which is amazing to me. I try to remember to charge it, but sometimes I'm just not quite with it. The next thing that I have loved is this little HP Sprocket printer. And you're gonna be like, oh, so what? The coolest thing is the paper for this is actually 2x3 sticky back paper. So it prints photos. The other thing is it doesn't take cartridges. It's an ink. You open your paper, it has a little inkjet card in it that goes out first, and then it prints your pictures. And I have been using the heck out of it this year for name it. I've been doing a lot of memory keeping with it, and I've been putting it in like little cards and things like that. It's been really awesome. And again, something that I had put on my Amazon wish list for Christmas and my birthday, and my men showed up for me. The one and only complaint that I would have about this is the battery life. You can maybe print 3 or 4 before you have to plug it in, which isn't that big of a deal. I mean, if you think about it, I rarely print more than 1 or 2 at a time, but I have this case that I carry it in, and I have a brick, a charging cord, and a extra pack of paper in case I happen to run out or something like that. It has been so cool, and it helps me remember to do a little bit of memory keeping for the month. And I keep my planners for the previous years, and I wish I would have had this idea a while ago, but that's okay too. And finally, the last thing that has become a favorite is my new Fitbit, my Versa Lite, which I won in a drawing, but it has been a game changer as far as tracking my exercise, especially tracking my heartbeat. As I've become closer and closer to my goal weight, I'm struggling more and more for it feels like quarter pound, just like everything. And the key not only is to monitor my eating, which this does as well, but it's also to get my aerobic exercise up into the fat burning zone. And I can monitor that on this, and it'll give me like this pumping heart, and then when I'm there it turns red, and it's awesome. Couldn't do that with my last one. I would have had to do it on my phone where it was hooked up, and it has been a game changer for that. And there's a little like extra boost of accomplishment when you get there. It also you set yourself goals, so 9 hours today in a row, I want to get at least 500 steps in, things like that. And when you get that at the end of the day, it lights up and it throws like this fireworks party on your wrist. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And, you know, I've had a really good time learning all the little fun things that it can do. Again, my one and only complaint about this is the band itself is so hard to replace. It is literally, it's like one of those brain teaser puzzles, right? I've broken both my thumbnails trying to do the little pin to get it on there. The one I had before this, the Charge 3, which David now has, he inherited that. Literally, I changed the band on that twice a day. I would work out in one band and just click it off, put it on another band, and to match whatever I was wearing, because the bands were not that expensive. So I could get them in like any color under the sun. This one, you know, it's ridiculous, and I can't believe this is the model that they came up with for, you know, to have such a very, very cool fitness, or even it's really more of a smartwatch, all of that stuff, right? And then to have this be the band, so frustrating. And when I was looking like maybe on Amazon or eBay or something like that, somebody came up with a different band or something, but no, it's a proprietary design and you have to have this way of doing it. So I suppose the more I do it, the better I'll get at it. Just to put this leather band on, I got one on really fast. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting good at it. And then the buckle side on the other side, it took me 25 minutes and I was done. But obviously, like, I can't wear this in the shower, and I can't, you know, what if I wear black tomorrow and I want to wear a black band, and you know, get over it, I know, but it was always really fun for me to be able to change my other Fitbit to match what I was wearing. So just such a minor thing, and hopefully I'll get better at changing it. I've had it 3 weeks now, and I am loving it. And the sleep sensitivity on it is insane. Like, you know, it gives you a graph and whatever, and when you're in deep sleep, when you're in REM sleep, when you're awake, when you're insane. Like, it can tell that. That's just blows my mind. And it's a little freaky too. It's a little like, what else do they know about me? But anyway, those are a few of my favorite things. I'm not gonna sing, I promise, but I just wanted to share those with you. Little offbeat, little strange, a little weird. Hi, that's me. And yeah, there's fun stuff, and I'm learning how to appreciate everything a little bit more for what it is. So I just want to remind you guys to be kind to one another always, especially now in the world, and I will see you later. Bye.